How to build an unhackable mind. So, what is an unhackable mind? This is essentially a mind that is immune and resilient to everyday stressors. In addition, all of the nonsense in the world cannot penetrate it. The gifts of this mind are on point and ready. So, how do I actually do this? Number one is awareness. Being aware of who you are is very important. This is because knowing who you are and what you stand for will help you keep grounded in the face of adversity. Like I said, there's a lot of nonsense going on, and negative energies can be trying to penetrate us from all different directions. And it's important to really be stern and focused on what actually matters. And having awareness is that first step. Number two, never surrender and always win. Look, I was taught never to surrender and always win, based off of various life circumstances. I learned a lot from life. I could have gave up so many times, but I didn't. I stayed focused on the mission and understand that our current circumstances do not have to dictate our future reality. Like, the pen is in our hands, and we get to decide what happens next. Never lose hope of a greater future, and understand now is all we really have. So just upgrade this moment. The obstacle is really the way. The more obstacles we overcome in the face of adversity, the more we will learn and grow and be of service. Number three is adaptation energy. Now, this refers to the ability to adapt skillfully. We all have a certain amount of energy in a given day, and it's up to us on how we use it. Many of us are focusing our energy on meaningless things. These are things that have nothing to do with who we are or our goals. All this takes energy that you could have for what is actually important to you. You can build your adaptation energy by making sure you have time to recover from certain tasks and focus on things that are important to you. I find the transition is really important. Like, we just kind of go thing to thing, and we ever take a break and assess what's actually going on, see how we can improve. I think that's really important, just being able to master the transition as well. Like staying focused, but also understand the difference in what we're doing. Number three is know thyself. Now, knowing thyself is simple. It's been around since the dawn of time. This is very close to awareness. But I'm mostly talking about self-knowledge, knowing your values, what you really believe, like going back in time, like are the things that we believe actually from us, or are they things that we picked up along the way and we don't actually truly believe in? Are our beliefs serving us? Like, are they in alignment with what we actually want? Because we can have limiting beliefs that may be holding us back, like in finances, for example. We may believe like it's just not in the cards for us. We can't get where we want to be financially because that's all you've ever seen. But until we change that limiting belief, it's not going to be a long-term thing. Number five is mental immunity. Now, this has a foundation of standing for what is real. When you stand for what is real, you're grounded in principles. And then it's much easier to spot the bullshit, marketers, people, circumstances that try to throw you off path will not be able to. So they may have an agenda, but they don't understand the most important thing. They don't understand freedom. They don't understand purpose. That's not at the forefront. When you know what that is, you're not going to let any of the nonsense stop you because you have North Star. Number six is to be of service. Now, being service-oriented and wanting people to be helped and to win is a great strategy. This is because service will make it so you don't have to be distracted. Distraction steals, empowerment heals. You actually have an aim every single day. And that type of energy spreads, and everything just gets better from there. Well, lastly, number seven is stealth. Now, using technology that can't be tracked or censored. I've talked about this a few times, but whether we know or not, we're constantly being tracked and monitored. Giving them data we don't really understand what they're doing with. They actually have a term for this called data brokers. Like stockbrokers, real estate brokers. So a data broker gathers data and sells it to third-party entities for profit. And this is going on without us really knowing. Data is really in the market. So I use alternatives like Rumble, which is a video platform. There's another social media called Zion, based off the Matrix. Hasn't really taken off, but it has a great idea of like the blockchain and basically Web3 and all that, so it can't really be taken down. Again, Bitcoin, decentralized currency, right? So there are things like shutting down bank accounts in other countries. That can't really happen with Bitcoin. Again, these are just things to look further into. And search engines like Brave, web browsers, Proton Mail, just check these things out. These are companies I stand with and actually have true values. Like when you actually look what they stand for, it's freedom. And stealth is really important because it's important to have our own sovereignty and agency over our mind. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the show. For more, you can head over to anthonygastella.com for articles, coaching, and other free resources. Also, if you can, leave a review for the show, let people know what you think, and I would appreciate that so much. Support the mission of freedom. Thanks for being on this mission with me, and I promise to give you more powerful, empowering, great content to help transform your life. Thanks for tuning in.